Check this right here. Cow 1, cow 2, boom. Say hello to cow 3. It's me, the Cow Father. Welcome back to Minecraft Guide, episode number, I think it's number 9 now. Today's episode is all about food improvements and enchantment setup preparation. In today's episode, sweet berries become absolute trash, garbage that we won't even have to look at ever again. It's going to be pretty good. But actually, I'm going to keep harvesting the sweet berry farm because there is a use for them other than eating them. But anyways, cows. Minecraft cows are great for two things. The first thing that they're great for is hitting that like button. They always hit the like button on every single video as soon as the video begins, which is super nice of them. But that's not all. Cows are also great because they are also the source of one of the best foods in Minecraft. Maybe even the best. So earlier on in the series, we had steak. The steak was amazing, but I finished all of the steak. We're out of steak currently. I'd like to move over to steak as our main food source. To do that, we need a better cow farm. And coincidentally, a better cow farm is quite literally one of the easiest things in the world. But first, house tour. I made some renovations. The rug got a little bit smaller. I feel like it looks a little bit better like this. I'm over here in the kitchen cooking up bricks for today's build. Then over here, no change right there, but up top, oh, you're gonna be impressed because boom, the storage room, it's done. Kind of, not really, at least for now. I put some windows in here on the roof. I think that kind of brightens it up a little bit in here. Hit a crafting table in the ceiling, got a better light source in here, a little bit of a rug, and then lots and lots of chests. And I even tried to organize everything. Now, I already know that I'm gonna get really confused with this organization system. I'm going to forget where everything is until we have item frames, which we'll be able to have by the end of the episode. Maybe. At the least, by the end of the episode, we'll have a leather farm. A steak farm, but also a leather farm. Cow farms are not only great for steak, pretty much the best food in the game, but they're also great for leather too. By the end of the episode, we'll have a leather farm too. Bedrock Edition players, big bummer. I'm sorry. This farm, the one that we're taking a look at in today's video, the Cow Crusher, does not work on your version of the game. Big sorry about that. I'll put a card to my Bedrock Cow Farm on screen right now. It's not the best, but it's better than nothing. So before we set up pretty much the best food farm in all of Minecraft, the Cow Crusher, we need to talk about a game rule. That game rule goes by the name of entity cramming. This farm works off of an interesting Minecraft mechanic known as entity cramming. By default, entity cramming is set to 24. What does that mean? Well, that means that as soon as there are more than 24 entities on a single block, like right here, Minecraft is going to kill off one entity. You see, we drop a cow in here, boom, one cow goes away. It's actually kind of tragic if you think about it, but I mean, hey, that is what it is. What can we do about it? So today's farm uses entity cramming to work. What we'll do is we'll walk up to the farm, feed cows inside of the farm, and then when those cows have babies, Minecraft will take out some of the adult cows. And adult cows, that's another important bit. For some reason, Minecraft decides to take out the adults before it takes out the babies. Kind of nice of the game. That means we can use this farm to breed up baby cows, and the game will take out the adult cows. The reason we want the adults to go away and not the kids? Well, easy. It all comes down to drops. Baby cows don't drop anything, but adult cows drop beef and leather. So entity cramming, a Minecraft game mechanic that puts a cap on how many mobs or entities can be in a single block. By default, it's set to 24, but you can change it with the game rule. So entity cramming. Today's farm works thanks to entity cramming. Without entity cramming, this farm would not be king. So now let's talk materials. What do you need to build this farm? Well, the first material is the most expensive material. To build this farm, you are going to need to have at least one hopper. This is a special hopper right here. This is going to be the first hopper of our world. Right here, big moment. Remember this forever. Hopper, hello. Hoppers are amazing. Hoppers pick up items and put them into chests for you. You'll see. But it doesn't end with the hopper. To build this farm, you're also going to need a double chest, 7 building blocks, a staircase, a fence, and a bucket of water. You're also going to need at least 2 cows to get this thing started and some wheat to breed the cows. Not even gonna lie, it's honestly kind of shocking how few materials you need to build pretty much the best food farm in all of Minecraft. So now let's build the farm. First things first, we gotta find a spot for the farm. I went ahead and cleared out some flowers from this area because I think I like to put the farm right in here and then actually build a building around it. I think that would be really nice. So, first things first, dig down into the ground and place a hopper going into a block. How do you do that? Well, crouch place a hopper looking at a block. So we crouch place this hopper looking at that dirt block. We know that we placed it right if the hopper, kind of like bottom funnel spot, is angled. If you didn't do it right, it would probably be going right down or even facing a different direction. Anyways, in front of that hopper that we placed, we're going to want to place a chest. Then we're going to turn that chest into a double chest so we have even more storage. Now we can test this hopper. If we throw an item into the hopper and it goes into a chest, then boom, we placed it right. If it doesn't go into the chest, then it's probably still in the hopper and you placed the hopper wrong. The hopper placement is very, very important. So anyways, we have a hopper on the ground going into a double chest. After that, we're going to place a temporary block right there and then place a staircase right here on top of that chest. We're putting the staircase there instead of a normal block so we can open the chest. Pretty simple. Now, on all of the other blocks, we're going to put solid blocks just like that. Finally, to finish this off, we're going to put even more solid blocks just like that. So we have 2 high all the way around this thing. Inside of here is where the cows are going to go. Next up, we want to place a water bucket at the bottom of this thing. This is going to make the cows bounce up and down. While the cows are bouncing up and down, we'll actually be able to breed them all. If they weren't bouncing, we'd only be able to feed a couple cows. It's kind of weird. Now, it's cow time. We're going to need at least 2 cows. So, will you guys breed again? Oh, you will breed again. Thank you. And child, you will come with me. You have a lifetime of work ahead of you. It's going to be good. Now, the sheep, we want you all to stay inside. Sheep, no, not you. Not you. Baby cow, come with me. Baby, child cow. No, sheep, get back. Get back. Child cow, not you. Adult cows, no, not wanted. Baby, we'll take 1 right now. So, what you want to do is you want to bring the baby cow over to this farm that you just built. Don't think about it too much because it's actually kind of terrible what we're going to do to this baby cow. Come up here. Come up here, child. No. Walk up here. Come on. Nicely done. You did it. Now keep moving over this way. Now, if you're doing this with a baby cow, it's going to be a little bit more annoying because they have a tendency to try and walk back to their parents, but they're also easier to push down into a hole. You want to push the baby cow down into a hole. Then you want to go ahead and get a second cow. If you have another baby cow, do that. If you have an adult cow, do that. The adults work too. Baby cows are just kind of what I have. Hey, child, come with me. Get out of the fence gate. Thank you. Let's go. Let's move. By the way, the losers are still over there. They're just living there. I'm like tempted to build a house for them. I don't know. They're just like living there. But baby cow number 2, come over here. Don't fall in the hole. If you fall in the hole, it's going to mess everything up. Now, with the wheat in hand, we're just going to crouch and push the cow into the hole. Cow number 2, boom. There we go. Perfect. Temporary block right there, fence right there, or a wall. A wall would work too. And then remove this temporary block. Right there is our cow crusher. Pretty simple, but very, very effective. Now we need a building around this thing. This is going to be our food farm for a long time. I've changed my plan, gamers, so this isn't going to be the forever base, but I feel like it would kind of make sense to stay at this base until we take out the dragon. So let me know how you feel about that down in the comments below, but I'm thinking that that's maybe going to be the plan. Then, after we beat the dragon, we'll basically abandon this area, move on to something bigger and better. After the dragon this time, this is when we're going to start all of our big projects. Before the dragon, we're going to basically just kind of focus on getting to the dragon. Everything that we're doing right now is a good step towards the dragon, basically. Hi, this is bad. We have a beehive right here. Last episode, the bees didn't get a lot of love. They were really unlucky, and I would feel really bad about taking out another beehive, so I'm not going to do it. I'm just going to leave it alone. We'll try and move it later. Maybe, hopefully, soon we'll have some sort of silk touch tool. It's going to be weird. This tree is going to be really close to the building, but I'm going to leave it alone for now. We're going to ignore it. Anyways, the building. So I have a vision. I think this building needs to be a circle. We just did our starter house, which is, well, it does have a circle on it, but it's not a circle, right? I love circles. So if this building could be a circle, that would be amazing. What I'd like to do is have this cow crusher in the middle. Then I'd like to have the floor raised up, so we're basically walking around on this layer. That would make it easier to access the cow crusher. I'll show you how to use the thing later on once these cows have grown up, but yeah, we're basically going to want to be able to get on top of it easily. So, we have the floor like that. What could we do after that? Well, bricks. The bricks worked really, really well on that build, and I love them, honestly. So, I think I want to use them even more. I think we could place some bricks down and have basically the first layer of this build be bricks, kind of like we did over there, but instead of 2 this time, we'll just do 1. Now, am I going to have enough bricks to finish this? Oh, we're going for the world record. We're going to have enough bricks. Easy. Look at this. Look at that. Boom. Enough bricks. World record right there. That's amazing. Now, we could go ahead and fill the floor in, but I'm going to be cheap. I'm going to be that guy. We're going to go ahead and, you know what? We might as well just make a crafting table. We'll need one over here anyways. This will be like the 20th crafting table of the world, but it's no big deal because slabs. Look at this. We can save on materials. This is amazing. It's like I'm a capitalist. All right, so far, so good. The floor looks pretty solid. We're definitely going to need to continue the floor down in there, though, because that's going to be awkward. That's going to be weird for sure. We'll do that a little bit later, though. Now let's talk about the outside of the build. So, we have a circle. Circles are interesting. You see, if we were to place blocks like this, we would actually kind of already have depth, right? Like, we have a whole bending shape. That's a lot of depth. But I would like to make it look better. Blocks placed on there would technically work, but it probably wouldn't be the best looking thing in the world. Also, I'm going to need to terraform this area. The land is going to need to be raised up on the front side of this build because it looks awkward as it is. So I'm thinking that maybe what we'll do is we'll have dirt kind of, honestly, maybe go like this and then just kind of wrap over towards this pen. Now, this pen is going to stay here for now, but later we might move it. It's kind of in an awkward spot. Alright, so we want to make this shape look really good. I think to do that, we're probably going to need some spruce staircases. Those would definitely help. They're interesting looking. And probably some spruce trap doors as well. I think we could use these in the build to make it look really, really good. Finally, stripped spruce logs. So here's what I'm thinking, and let me really stress here, put some emphasis on it. This is a big thinking moment. I don't know if this is gonna work. I haven't tried it quite yet. If it doesn't work, we'll tear it down and we'll just put flat blocks and it'll look however it looks. But anyways, what I'm thinking is in the corner, we'll have logs going all the way up, just like that, and then we'll strip them. Then over here, we'll do a staircase and a staircase. Then over here, we'll go solid blocks, just planks all the way up, and then maybe... Oh, shoot. How tall do we want to make this? Do we want to make it 3 or 4? I'm thinking 4. I think that would look really good. That would make the build really, really tall. So we'll go up like this. This will be the corner of the build. See, if we do our corner like that, it's going to look really, really spicy. It's going to look good. So let's go ahead and copy that over here. I think I like that so far. The staircase definitely needs to be upside down though. That's going to look a whole lot better. Then over here, I need to tower up really quick. Okay, so here's the move so far. We got the staircases on the corner, the stripped logs. That looks good. Now the front side of the build. So let's go ahead and start with planks up top. That's probably going to happen no matter what. Then an arch doorway and a doorway that stays open 24/7. Might be a little bit dangerous, honestly, for this build. We would not want to have a creeper walk up on this thing and explode, but it is what it is. I think I want to leave it open because I think it would look better. So, trapdoors like that, what do we think? Ooh, okay, you know what I think? I think I like it. I think I really, really do like that. You know, we got this big open arch that's like super welcoming, and then in here, we could probably swap these out for actually staircase blocks. Oh, for sure. Stonecutter, where you at? I'm coming to you. Hear me out here. This might look a little bit awkward. Maybe. But also maybe not. Look at that. Boom. Just like that. So then we have, okay, yes, no, it doesn't look awkward. That's perfect. Because then we can walk right up into here. Ooh, look at that. So good. Okay, cool. So now all I need to do is copy this on the rest of the build. Perfect symmetry. It's going to be beautiful. It's going to look nice. Alright, so hear me out. I switched it up on these sides because I think I like to have fences over here. Fences over there would stop things from coming inside, which is good. If we have only one entry point, I feel like it would be a little bit harder for a creeper to just wander up on me while I'm using the thing. I definitely will need to be careful though. I thought about it a little bit. I could put fence right there, gate right there, and then another fence right there. That move would 100% keep creepers out, but it would also ruin the beauty of the build a little bit. Now also, over here I put the trapdoors on the outside and had them go up a little bit more so we could actually put fences in there. I feel like that was probably a good call. Now, let's talk about this back wall, because the back wall is going to be completely different. If we want to actually eat this beef and actually, you know, have it help our hunger out, which is 100% the plan, we're going to want to be able to cook the beef up. Where do we cook the beef up? Well, of course, we cook it up in a smoker, which I think is going to be the next move. Now, I'd like to kind of conserve these oak logs if possible, so we'll use a little bit of spruce. There we go. Boom. 3 smokers. So, first things first, where do we want to put them? Do we want to put them down low? I think I want to put them down low on the floor, because then I could put like campfires on top of them and actually somehow create like a furnace that looks like it's actually running. Probably campfires and signs. That's probably what I'm going to need to make that happen. Alright, so check this out. Campfire, campfire, campfire. Boom, solid start. Then on top of those campfires on the front, we put a sign maybe? Another sign with A's apparently. Probably no A's. That would make it look a little bit better. Maybe signs, right? So then it looks like it's kind of being held in there. And then, finally, to cap everything off, we come in behind this build with cobblestone and mossy cobblestone to create the back of the furnace. Would it work? And this tree, yeah, 100% is going to move later on, but I'm going to save the bees, okay? We don't want to hurt the bees, so we have to give them time. Eventually, once we have Soak Touch, we'll just move this thing, and it'll be fine. We could actually put it back over on the tree, where our old sweet bee friends that, you know what, I don't want to talk about it way too soon. we could maybe just relocate the bees. But anyways, boom. Then we kind of have like a fireplace in here, which I think would be really, really cool for sure. So we're gonna actually go with it and try and leave that there. But now let's talk about the top of the build. So first things first, to finish off the build, I'm thinking slabs. We could go up on top of all of the wood that we put in around the outside just to make these staircases look a little bit thicker because they look kind of thin, and put slabs. These slabs would also stop spawns from happening on this part of the build, which is always a good thing. But at the same time, we won't be really worrying about spawns on top of all of this build because, well, you'll see in just a second. For now, until I work on this chimney a little bit more, we're just going to leave that alone, leave it as is. Not that big of a deal. Now let's talk about the top of this build. 100% a dome. We have a circle. The best way to cap off a circle in Minecraft, come on, you already knew this. A domed roof, which would be really, really cool. When I say a dome, I'm talking an actual dome, not that. That's a cone. We're talking a dome. A dome in here with cobblestone will 100% make this build look amazing. Then on the back, we'll just have this chimney. It'll kind of blend into the dome. It'll look fine. Now, I think to start this thing off, we're going to want to go 2 layers up with cobblestone. That's probably the best way to start this thing, but I'm not 100% sure. I don't want this build to look, too big after all, so if it doesn't look good, we'll tear it down. Then, on the middle of these flat sides, we place 1 single block. This right here is a quick dome tutorial. After placing the single block, we're going to want to go on these corners and go boom, boom, and boom, boom. Then we're going to want to repeat that everywhere else. And for this dome, we're just going to use solid blocks the whole way. If you want to, you can try and get clever with staircases and slabs to add even more detail, but sometimes more detail does not look good, especially on these small shapes. Anyways, after that, boom, 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 and then over here, same thing, 1, 2, 3. Then temporary block, permanent block right there. Remove the temporary block. So far, this should look like a dome. The only concern that I have is that it's a little too tall, and if it's too tall, we'll fix it. Not that big of a deal, but 100% this is a dome shape. Trust me. I'll show you in a minute. So anyways, now we have the small circle, which means it's time to move up to the next layer, which is temporary block, permanent block, remove the temporary block. This layer is where things get easy. Basically, we're just going to fill everything in, going all the way around this thing. Then we're going to have this interesting plus shape in the middle. What do we want to do with that? Probably trapdoors. I think trapdoors up here, like oak ones, to let the light through, would look pretty good. But, big question, is the dome too tall? If it's too tall, we just shave off a block at the start. Not that big of a deal, we just rebuild the dome. But maybe it's perfect, maybe it's too tall. Maybe it's too tall. Let me shorten that. You know what? No. This is perfect, actually. I think it's just throwing me off because we're at like a lower spot looking up at the build, but I think that dome is actually perfect for the build. I mean, take a look. If we step back over here, the dome, it's tall for sure, but I think it looks good. It is missing one gigantic thing, though. That thing involves, the best plant in all of Minecraft. You already know. You already know what I'm about to do. That dome is going to look really good next time you see it. Alright, so the build that you thought you knew, well, you don't know it anymore. Let's just put it like that. Take a look at it now. We have a better dome with lots and lots of mossy. Still, honestly, kind of mixed on the height of the dome. I really can't decide, but I'm trying to just not think about it too much. Sometimes when I start to overthink a build, then I start to mess it up, so just gonna leave it alone. Now, I've been working on the details. Check this out. Water right there, dirt right there, then we use the hoe and till all of this land. All of this land will stay hydrated because the water is within 4 blocks there. I went ahead and did that all the way around this build. Now, normally I would care about those little slab areas down there, but I'm going to have wheat grown in here, and it's probably going to stay fully grown. I honestly will probably never harvest it. It's more for looks, kind of to really add some color to this build, because if you take a look at it, it's really, really brown, which isn't a problem, but it just looks so kind of meh, bland, boring. So that's why I tried to add some oak fences in here too, to spice it up, and then I decided to take logs and have them stick out of the build to kind of break out of the shape a little bit. It was just too flat, too, like one color. Now inside of it, this is what we have now. We have the logs continuing inwards and then they're being held up against this giant dome here. We have trapdoors way up at the top, and then down here we have something big that needs to happen. These cows have been waiting for a long time. Actually, since before I cut away. Check this out. This is how you use it. Hold down wheat, and then boom, just move around like that, kind of around the fence, and the cows will breed. Right now, when the farm is pretty empty, it's pretty easy to breed all of the cows, but once it gets full, you're gonna definitely need to move in a circular motion around the bottom of the fence to make sure you can get all of the cows. Now, I need to do that over and over and over and over again until I have a bunch of cows inside of this thing. That's going to take some time, but that's something that I'm going to need to do before next episode, because next episode, I'd like to get to enchanting, and to enchant, at least to level 30, we're going to need 15 bookcases. I think something like 45 leather. The one thing that I didn't do, actually, is finish this low area in here. I would also like to make this area a little bit more accessible, if you will. So, we'll swap this out for staircases right there, so we can walk right down into the thing, and then down here, just more planks. So that'll complete the job and make this area look a whole lot better. The dirt definitely stands out quite a bit. I should probably maybe even consider getting rid of the grass down below the chest too. But there we go, now we have this. Now finally, I would like to make this build a little bit more functional. To make it a tiny bit more functional, we're going to need some storage. Now honestly, I would go with a barrel in this build because I think that would look really, really good, but the tones, it's just way too similar. So instead of a barrel, we're going to go ahead and put a double chest over here, and then to start to decorate this area, hay bales. We only have enough for 2 right now, but 2 is fine, that's a start. We'll put a hay bale right there, and then maybe we can put like one more over here for now. Now also, I'm going to need light inside of this build. If it's dark, mobs are going to spawn. If mobs spawn in here, creepers are going to spawn in here. If a creeper spawns in here, this farm is ruined. Absolutely, 100%. Don't let anything explosive near this farm. If an explosive thing gets near the farm and the farm blows up, cows are going to be everywhere. It's going to be annoying. So there we go, lighting. That will way overdo it inside of this farm. It's going to be more than bright enough now. Now, this fireplace over here, I left it pretty basic. On the back of the build over here, I basically just built up with cobblestone. Doesn't really look amazing, but it's okay. It's fine for now. Eventually, I'm kind of thinking about maybe coming in here and putting like stone bricks in there. That would look really, really good. But for now, it's fine. It's just the back of the build anyways. And currently, there's a tree in the way. So eventually, we'll have to move that. Now, finally, one thing that I almost forgot about is this spot right here. I wanted to break the build up even more. So to do that, easy. We take out the corner, put a window in there. The window lets the color from the inside show through, which is coincidentally more brown, but there's a lantern too, so yeah, it kind of works, kind of looks good. Overall though, I'm really, really excited and pleased with how this farm ended up. Oh, but one more thing. I keep thinking of new things. We need to make the floor a little bit better, which is actually really easy to do. Oak logs right in here. Gonna need to chop down more oak trees in between episodes for sure, because we're gonna be out. But oak logs, 100%. Level this up even more. Make it look even better in here. It's all about the small details. Speaking of small details, how about this? Don't know if it's gonna work, but does this look good? I feel like that would maybe add more depth to the fireplace. Oh, for sure. I think that looks good. That's the way to go. But for now, I think that's going to be it for this build. We don't want to over detail this. I like the tall ceiling. Pretty simple. Looks good in here. And then, of course, the functional part right in the middle. Like I said, I'm going to be using this thing like crazy. Breeding these cows over and over and over again in between episodes. Now, it's time for something special. Oh boy, it's that special moment. Again, that sentimental moment. So special comment of the day, episode number 8. Waddles, how do you know a lot of these Minecraft mechanics? Good question. So, really, these mechanics are things that I've learned after playing the game for a long time. I mean, I've had the game probably since like 2011, 2012, I can never remember. Long time. Also, this is the 3rd guide season, maybe the last guide season. Wait, what? Really? Doing the Minecraft guide series honestly has helped me learn the mechanics like crazy, because of course I want to learn about them before I talk about them. So I kind of read up on them, do my research, and then work on the video. So really, honestly, making these guide seasons and these guide series, they've helped me like big time, but really a lot of it is just playing the game, following the updates, that type of thing. Basically just doing it a lot. But that's gonna do it for Minecraft Guide episode number 8. It's actually number 8, sorry about that. Today, big shout out to my patrons, the Duck 1106, Sins and You, and Milkmain. Thank you all so much for the support. In between episodes, like I said, I'm going to be breeding these cows over and over and over again. In fact, are you ready now? Oh, you're ready now. Boom. That's what's gonna happen over and over again until this thing is filled up, and maybe, big maybe here, I have enough leather. If I have enough leather when I come back, oh, we're gonna be in a solid spot. But for today, that is gonna do it. Until next time, stay fresh. I'll see you in the next episode. Goodbye.